So before we begin, I'm going to place you under oath. Just place your things beside your chair. Raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Have a seat, please.
Thank you, officer.
You are welcome. We will discuss first about your eligibility. Can you tell me why you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I like to work here in the US where people enjoy liberty and freedom.
Can you explain how you acquired your USCIS green card?
I got my USCIS green card through marriage.
So, are you eligible to become an American citizen?
Yes, officer. I have been lawful permanent resident for about 8 years. Officer, can I explain something and ask a question?
Of course. What is it?
I am in a housing benefit program right now where I pay subsidized rent. I have a 4-year-old son who started receiving food stamps and child care ever since. My wife died a year ago. This is my first time receiving those government benefits. Will this affect my naturalization application for US citizenship with the public charge ruling?
If you receive those benefits in the right and legal way, I don't think that it will affect your naturalization application eligibility. If what you submitted is true and correct, you don't need to worry. We will proceed to the next part, information about you. Please say your full name.
Kabir Badal Acharya.
Can you spell your first name?
My spelling of my first name is Kabir.
Have you used other names since birth?
No.
Do you want your name legally changed? It's free, if you want it changed today.
No, sir.
Do you know your social security number?
Yes, sir. 824684254.
Tell me your date of birth.
November 20, 1991.
Can you remember the date you became a lawful permanent resident?
Since April 2, 2012.
May I know your country of citizenship or nationality?
India.
What is your country of birth?
India.
Any disabilities or impairments that will prevent you from understanding of the English language?
No, sir.
So in case we have to contact you, may I know your phone number?
732-124-8865.
We will talk about your residence information. Can you tell me your current mailing address?
Yes. 8845 Jackson Avenue, San Antonio, Texas 48572.
Do you still live with this same address?
Yes, I do.
Have you lived in another address before?
Yes. 7899 Glen Street, San Antonio, Texas 78076.
We will begin the civics test now. I'll ask you up to 10 questions, and I will stop asking questions once you can answer 6. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
James Madison.
That's right. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
Okay, that's correct. Name one state that borders Mexico.
California.
Who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
What is the name of the national anthem?
The Star-Spangled Banner.
Well, that's good, you got it right. Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there is one star for each state.
That's great, you answered 6 questions correctly. You passed the civics test. Let's proceed to the reading and writing tests. We will begin with the reading test. Please read the sentence that you can see on the digital tablet.
What US state has the most people?
Your answer is correct. Let's continue with the writing test. Please listen to this sentence that I'll say, and write it down on the digital tablet. California has the most people. You passed the English reading and writing examinations. We need to go to the next part of your N400 application. We will proceed with the information about your parents. Are your parents U.S. citizens?
No, sir.
Were they married before you turned 18 years old?
Yes, officer.
We will proceed to your biographic information. What's your height, based on feet and inches?
5 feet and 6 inches.
What's your weight, based on pounds?
220 pounds.
What is the color of your eyes?
Black.
What's the color of your hair?
Black.
We will discuss your employment and schools attended. Are you currently employed?
Yes.
What is your work?
Retail pharmacy clerk and delivery driver.
Who do you work for?
San Antonio Health Services.
How long have you worked in this company?
For about 3 years.
Can you describe your current job responsibilities?
I do some clerical work to help the healthcare center pharmacy. I greet healthcare providers and patients by phone or in person. I also deliver prescriptions to patients' home.
Do you like working in this company?
Yes.
Where else have you worked before?
I used to work as a delivery truck driver.
Please tell me more about your previous job.
I deliver packages and deliver it to homes and businesses.
How many years have you worked as a delivery truck driver?
For about 4 years.
Are you currently attending school?
Yes. I will graduate this semester, officer.
Well, that's great. May I know what educational program are you enrolled in?
Pharmacy technician program.
We will now discuss your time outside the United States. Can you still remember the trips that you have taken outside the U.S. for the last 5 years?
Yes.
So how many trips did you have?
1 trip only, officer.
So for the last 5 years, you have taken only 1 trip outside the United States? Is this correct?
Yes, officer.
May I know the total days, only those 24 hours longer, that you spent outside the U.S. for the last 5 years?
I stayed with my mother for 28 days, who was sick with cancer.
So, how is she doing now?
She's now a fine, officer.
Do you have any siblings who still live in India?
No.
So your father lives with your mother in India, correct?
Yes, sir. My father lives with my mom.
Okay, so is he doing fine?
He is also sickly, sir.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have a cousin who is their neighbor and looks after them too.
That's good to know. We will proceed about your marital history. What's your marital status?
I am widowed, sir.
May I know the name of your late or deceased spouse?
Alicia Acharya.
Did you bring her original death certificate?
Yes.
How many times have you been married?
1 time, officer.
May I know how your wife passed away?
She died in a car accident.
I hope that you'll be able to cope with her sudden death and heal in your own time.
Thank you, sir.
We will talk about the information of your children. Do you have any children?
Yes.
Can you tell me your child's name and date of birth?
Arjun Acharya, born on June 2nd, 2016.
Are you supporting your child?
Yes, I do.
Does your child live with you?
Yes.
Is your child an American citizen?
My son is an American citizen.
We will go to Part 12, additional information about you. Have you ever told anybody that you're an American citizen?
No.
Did you ever register to vote in any U.S. election?
No, sir.
Do you owe any overdue taxes?
No.
Have you ever been confined to a mental institution?
No, never.
Have you ever been a member of the terrorist organization, totalitarian or communist party?
No, I have not.
Have you ever advocated a violent overthrow of any government?
No, sir.
Can you please explain what a detention facility is?
A prison where people wait before going to the court.
Were you ever been involved in genocide, torture, badly hurting or trying to kill someone?
No, never.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any officer?
No, sir.
Are you a habitual drunkard?
No.
Have you ever given fraudulent information to any officer for immigration benefit?
No, sir.
Are you going to support the Constitution and form of government in the United States?
Yes.
Do you want to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, officer.
Are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes, I am.
Do you know what it means to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes. To work with the armed forces that does not involve fighting.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the United States Armed Forces?
Yes, officer.
Do you promise that everything you said is true?
Yes, officer.
Do you certify, under penalty of perjury, that you provided complete, true and correct information?
Yes, I do.
Review your application, and please check if everything is correct.
Yes, officer.
Check the spelling of your name and other information. Please inform me if everything is correct.
These are all correct, officer?
Since all the information that you have given is correct, you can now sign it. I am recommending your naturalization for American citizenship application for approval.
Thank you, officer.
The pleasure is mine. Congratulations, you've successfully passed all the tests and met all the requirements. If my recommendation is accepted, you shall be sent a USCIS notice in the mail of when to come in for your naturalization oath ceremony. I hope to see you at your naturalization oath ceremony.
I also hope, sir.